Hello everyone, you're watching Can You See Fish, and in today's video we're going to be taking a look at my Thomas & Friends DVD collection. A while ago I did a Doctor Who DVD collection and I was like, oh, well, I've got a lot of Thomas DVDs, I'll make a collection video of that. So we're not going to be going through this in release date order. I'm going to go through the complete series DVDs first, then we'll do the brand new stories, then movies and other random stuff like that, and then the VHS tapes at the end. So we'll start off with the complete series. So we've got the complete series 1, very good series, the one that started it all. So many good episodes. Not a bad episode on here really. Just thinking stuff like the Flying Kipper, Off the Rails, Down the Mine, Toby and the Stout Gentleman. Some of the highlights. Just a great series. The complete series 2, my second favourite series of all time. Everything that series 1 got right is done better in series 2. You've got the Duck and Diesel trilogy, which I think I've spoken about before and said how good it is, and I'll probably do a full review of the Duck and Diesel trilogy at some point. Yeah, just it's a fantastic series. Once again, not a bad episode, even better late than never. I put that on my top 15 underrated Thomas episodes because I don't understand why it gets all the hate. The complete series 3, I didn't really used to like series 3. It was kind of, I don't know why I didn't, though every time I'd think of it I was just like, oh, there's not that many good episodes. But then I rewatched it completely and it is so good. All at Sea, Henry's Forest, Escape, Oliver Owns Up, so many good episodes. Bulger, you know, the Donald's Duck, the list goes on. So good. And then the complete series 4, my favourite series of all time. Every episode on this one I like, except for one, which I think is kind of overrated. That one is Thomas and Stepney. But yeah, series 4 is really good. You know, Grandpuff, Sleeping Beauty, Trucks, Four Little Engines, A Bad Day for Sir Handel, Special Attraction, Fish. The list really does go on for that one. The complete 5th series, it's good. Kind of overrated though, I think. There are good, it's definitely a very good series, better than everything that would follow, but it is a bit overrated. So many people say this is their favourite series, which is fine, but like, yeah, there are some good episodes. Toby's Discovery, Toby and the Flood, Haunted Henry, Duncan Gets Spooked, Stepney Gets Lost, Cranky Bugs, Horrid Laurie, James and the Trouble with Trees and a Better View for Gordon, or whatever it's called. I think it's called A Better View for Gordon, or a Grand View for Gordon, or something. And then the complete series 6. So this is the one. This is the only series that I had the complete of before getting these newer style, you know, the remastered DVDs. So I actually had this one in the old style before, and I will show that later. But yeah. This is probably my least favourite of the classic era, but it once again still a good series. There are just a couple ones on here that I don't like Buffer Bother or Thomas Percy and the Squid. You know, the ones that nobody likes really. My opinions are quite similar. What my opinions aren't quite similar on are Series 7. I actually really like Series 7. Lots of memories in the episodes, not this DVD obviously because I got this later on in my childhood, but lots of memories of the episodes on here. So many. I even like some of the ones which aren't really that popular, like The Old Bridge, or oh god, I'm trying to think now. I know there are some where I've been watching worst Thomas episodes listed. I haven't really, but I know that The Old Bridge is generally one which you really not like, but I have a lot of nostalgia for it. And so yeah, those are the remastered, well, series 1, 2 and 3 are remastered, but yeah, that's the classic era. Then you've got these, which are the new series as it's known. I prefer not to call it the new series because obviously it's like 16 years old now. But yeah, I call this the post classic series. They were still using models, but you know, it was less quality. And these they never released these 4 here in the same style as those or those. These are just the regular DVD releases of the slim case DVDs that came in the the anniversary box set, which had the complete series 1 to 11. These are just the standard case DVDs for those. Complete series 8. Yeah, I don't really like series 8. Very boring, very repetitive. So many people say this is the best of the new series, and I just don't agree. I think the series 9 is probably the best of the new series. There are some good episodes on here. I like I like stuff like Mighty Mac and I'm thinking now Thomas's Day Off is quite good too. Series 10, this is the worst of the post-classic era. There are still 1 or 2 good episodes. I personally like A Smooth Ride, but I think that's probably because that was Sir Handel's return and not for many other reasons. If I look on the back of here, yeah, I can... Stuff like Duncan Drops a Clanger, really not... Oh, Fearless Freddy's on here. I like Fearless Freddy. And Thomas and Skarloey's Big Day Out is pretty good too. Generally, I seem to find that with the new series, it's the narrow gauge episodes that are the best. Series 11, I quite like Series 11. If I look on the back, there are going to be, I'm guessing, quite a few on here. Yeah, Gordon and the Engineer I quite like. Cool Truckings I like. Hector the Horrid is quite good. And there's what Sir Handel in Charge. That's one that a lot of people don't like, but I actually have a lot of nostalgia for Sir Handel in Charge. I quite like it. And there's another one, I think it's called Thomas and the Big Bang or something. Am I being blind? I can't see it. Is it on one of the other ones? I can't see Thomas and the Big Bang on here. I think I'm probably just being blind. But whatever series Thomas and the Big Bang is in, I like that one. I thought it was on Series 11. I was probably just being stupid and not being able to see it. Series 12. Yeah, it's okay. They were still using models for this one, but they were animating the faces and the people. It's okay. There are a couple of good episodes on from Series 12, and then we get to, and yeah, so that's the post-classic era. They do consider this part of the CGI era, I guess, but I don't, because it still uses models. Then you have the Hit Entertainment era, or the Sharon Miller era, whatever you want to call it. At one point, I considered this to be the worst era of the show, and then we got Big World, Big Adventures, didn't we? And now we've got Series 25 on the way with its terrible 2D animation. So yeah, this is definitely not the worst era of the show, but it's not good. Series 13, yeah, it's okay. It's quite unwatchable though now because of how good the animation is from like Series 17 onward, and it's okay in Series 16. But it's quite hard to watch this now, knowing how good the animation could be and just seeing it in here. I'm going to talk about these two together now. Series 14 and Series 15. Oh, they're not good, are they? They're kind of terrible. Not many good episodes on here, if any. I don't think Series 15's got a single episode on it that I like. But then we got Series 16, the last series with Sharon Miller as head writer, the last one to have 20 stories instead of 26. Yeah, it's definitely the best, I'd say, of those 4 series, but that doesn't mean that it's really good. It's just okay. There are a couple of episodes like Don't Bother Victor I like on this one. And then the complete Series 17. So everyone had been saying for ages how good Thomas had become and how good it was. I didn't get these until recently, when I got back into the show, when I just decided to watch it. I got this and I was like, oh, it's probably just going to be okay. And I was absolutely blown away by this one in Series 18 because it is just so good. I love Series 18, but we'll get into that in a second. Yeah, Series 17, good episode. Duck's return. Duck's my favourite character. Of course, I'm going to like it. Yeah, there are good episodes on here. Henry's Hero, The Thomas Way. I can't remember the names, but there are lots of good episodes on here. Series 18. Oh, lots of good episodes on this one too. Toad's Adventure. Last Train for Christmas. Samson Sent for Scrap I really like. There are lots of good ones on here, and this was when they started doing the bonus disc. Actually, you can't see that at the top there. Yeah, so bonus disc. So for Series 18 through 20, instead of including them all on 2 discs with like the same number of episodes, they've instead gone for doing a bonus disc. So with this, where they just basically re-release one of the brand new story DVDs. So for this one, it's Dinos and Discoveries, and you can see the episodes that are on there. But yeah. Duncan and the Grumpy Passengers on this one too. That one's very good. Series 19. I haven't watched it all the way through yet. I will get round to it at some point. This one has Start Your Engines as the bonus disc. And yeah, it is pretty good so far though. Series 20. So this DVD is actually still sealed, but I have watched the whole series bar 1 episode, which is Henry Gets to the Express, because it's currently blocked in the UK. But none of the other episodes are. So I've watched them all on YouTube. It is really good. This is the first series since Series 4 down here to have Railway series stories adapted. It is so good. And those are all of the complete series DVDs that have been released so far. Hopefully we'll get series 21 at some point, and that's probably going to be the last one I buy, because I can't see myself buying series 22, 23 or 24, and if it continues on the way that it's looking with that terrible 2D animation style, I can't see myself buying series 25 either. But yeah, I will probably get series 21 if they release it. So I've got 2 copies of Bumper Collection. These are from both of my grandparents' houses. I had one at each of them. This one has an advertisement for winning a ticket to Thomas Land in Japan on the back. And then this one is, I think, the later release with just the episodes listed on the back. But I have a lot of nostalgia for these DVDs. This might well be my favourite Thomas DVD of all time. But then, every time I think, oh, it might, maybe, then I have to think of this one. The very best of Thomas. So these aren't brand new story DVDs. These are like the compilations of the classic era, series 1 to 5. But yeah, the very best of Thomas. This one, once again, really good. Rusty and the Boulder was always my favourite off here. And then you have Pop Goes the Diesel and Dirty Work, although for some reason Pop Goes the Diesel, which is the first part of the Duck and Diesel saga, comes after Dirty Work, which is the second. Thankfully, I wasn't too dumb as a child, so I did manage to realise that they were meant to go the other way around. Truckloads of fun here. This one's pretty good. This is the later release with the carry case design. I don't know what all that junk is down there. No idea. This DVD didn't really get used a lot because of Accidents Will Happen. I didn't dislike the song, but there was one part of the song with Peter, Sam and the Trucks on the Incline from the episode Trucks that used to scare the pants off me. So I never watched it, even though it was literally the last thing on here. And if, you know, I had like 5 brain cells, I would have been able to think, oh, I just watched until the last episode and then switch it off. But no, not me. Wouldn't touch this one for a long time because of Accidents Will Happen. So this was actually the first Thomas DVD ever released at all. This was the first one. Gotta move the light. Yeah, so this is the first one released. I used to have this one at my grandparents'. 6 brand new episodes, and this is, I think, the later release of it, because originally I think on the VHS release it only had the 6 series 5 episodes, so busy going backwards, happy ever after and all those. But then for this one they added Thomas and Gordon, and for some reason Thomas's Christmas Party and Thomas and Percy's Christmas Adventure. It's a pretty good DVD. Busy Going Backwards was always my favourite, and still is one of my favourite episodes to this day. Night Train and Donald's Duck's on here. Donald's Duck is probably my favourite Thomas song of all time. And then we get into Series 6, brand new stories. So I'm going to move the camera. So the camera fell over. I could tell it was going to happen as I was moving it, but I still moved the camera anyway. So yeah, continuing on, we've got The Fogman and Other Stories. This is a really nostalgic DVD for me once again. This is probably the best release of Series 6 as the brand new stories. This one's got my favourite episode off Series 6, Twin Trouble. And Winter Wonderland's a good song. Yeah, so this basically has the first episodes from Series 6. So yeah, No Sleep for Cranky. And then it just has Gordon Takes a Tumble for some reason. You know, kind of random that they put one of the later episodes on there. But that's The Fogman. It is a pretty good DVD. I'm glad I have it. I'm glad that I have all of these. The Chocolate Crunch. Another good one. Another one that's very nostalgic for me. I used to really like this one. I used to really like Percy's Chocolate Crunch. World's Strongest Engine. Buffer Bother's on here though. Don't like Buffer Bother. And then Dunkin' Duncan, which I used to really like too. I still do, of course. Brave Little Engines. And this one has the advertisement for As Seen on CITV. I think the other two have As Seen on, yeah, Nick Jr. But this one was As Seen on CITV, and it has the old CITV logo. I think that Series 6 was the last series to air on CITV, actually. But yeah, you can just see the episodes on there. James and the Red Balloon is on there. It's one of my favourites. But yeah, I think they released pretty much all of the Series 6 episodes on these. They didn't release a couple of them on here. But yeah, Happy Little Helpers next. So these are Series 7, these next 3, with the exception of this one, which is Series 7 with one Series 6 episode that wasn't released on here. And that is... So we've got Happy Little Helpers. I used to really like this DVD. Edward's Brass Band, James and the Queen of Sodor. Okay, so it's funny because I didn't really tend... I think I used to skip the first 2 episodes so I could watch Edward's Brass Band and then Toby's Windmill and Bad Day at Castle Lock and Snotty, because these are some of the best episodes from Series 7, especially Snow Engine. I've done a whole review of Snow Engine, it's that good. But yeah, that's that. Engines to the Rescue. This was another one with the carry case. This was one that was lost for a long time. I didn't know where this one was. But yeah, and this is the one which has, that's it, It's Only Snow there. Yes, yeah, It's Only Snow. That's from Series 6. The rest are all from Series 7. I also really like this one. Gordon and Spencer is on here, and yeah, they're just some good episodes. This one also has a pretty random bonus feature with a Rubber Dubbers episode. I used to like Rubber Dubbers. It was a good show. Kids TV used to actually be decent. Now it's just rubbish, isn't it? Pulling Together, another very nostalgic DVD here. I'm going to stop saying that eventually because I'm going to get into the ones which aren't nostalgic for me. But yeah, this is the last Series 7 DVD that I have. And yeah, as I mentioned earlier, the old bridge. Nobody else likes it. I don't care, I do. I like it. I'm different and awkward. So yeah, we've got the old bridge. And then yeah, Bulgy Rides again, another one of my favourites. Spotless Record is good. One thing I don't understand is the weird ordering of this. Like why they decided to put Bill, Ben and Fergus on the Spotless Record that way around, because Arthur actually appears in Bill, Ben and Fergus. I mean, I get that was how they were on the release, on the official release, but like, they could have changed it to have a bit more continuity in the DVD. So this next one was not the next DVD that they released, but I put it here anyway. This is Thomas's Trusty Friends, and this is, as you can see, Never Seen on TV, down there. And this is the Jack and the Pack DVD. This has 11 of the 13 Jack and the Pack episodes. I'll show you the other DVD later. But yeah, this. I used to really like this one because it had so many episodes on it. But yeah, and then those are the classic era, brand new series brand new stories. Can't speak. Then we've got All Aboard with the Steam Team. So this is Series 8. I didn't tend to watch these ones as much. I think even as a young child, I could tell which of the better stories were, which ones I like more. No DVD. I would probably guess about 11 years now, there has been no DVD. It went missing. I have no idea what happened to it. I don't know. I have a theory that this was one of the ones I used to have at my grandparents'. So my theory, the only reason that I could think that the DVD would be missing is that my grandparents sold their old DVD player and this DVD was still in there. So yeah, I've got an empty case for that. But I've got the complete Series 8 anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Yeah, you can see the episodes on there. I can't really say much about any of them because I think I probably watched this DVD once and then didn't watch it again because it got lost. And then we've got It's Great to Be an Engine. This is probably my favourite of these. It was probably one of my favourites of the Series 8 releases. I used to like Gordon Takes Charge and Edward the Great, but the rest of them are just like range from okay to bad. We've got Peep Peep Hooray next. This was the well, this one's quite heavy. Okay, that's why it's got like the 60 years leaflet in there. But yeah, so this was the 60th anniversary DVD that they released. Strangely, they didn't... I think they did do a compilation, didn't they? Wasn't it like called Bumper Party Collection or something? And it was like Series 6 and Series 7 episodes. I never had it, I don't remember. But yeah, there's that. I used to watch this a fair bit. Halloween. Yeah, Halloween was one of my favourites. And Fish too. Not the Series 4 Fish though, this Fish. So, next we've got... So here... I've got the Triple Pack Classic Collection. None of these are Classic Collection DVDs. And I've got... So we've got the last DVD from Series 8, Tales from the Tracks. You can see the episodes on the back there. And then we've got the later releases of Little Engine's Big Day Out. Sorry, Little Engine's Big Days Out. I used to like that DVD because it had some narrow gauge episodes on there, and Together on the Tracks. And I say that these are the later releases because what I have next are the original releases of those DVDs. Well, in the case of the Series 9 ones. These are the early releases of them. Well, I wouldn't say early releases, the original releases, and you can tell that they're the original releases because they've got the old Hit Entertainment logos on them at the bottom there. Yeah, there. Right. Drop that. And then, oh, it's come apart. So continuing with Series 9, brand new stories, we've got On Tracks for Adventure. I'm going to have to move that light, it's way too close to me. Okay, so On Track for Adventure. And this is probably my favourite of the Series 9 DVDs. Take a random guess why. Yeah, narrow gauge engines were on here, of course I'm going to like it. There were 2 narrow gauge engine episodes on here, and Mighty Mac, as I mentioned earlier, quite like that episode. Thomas and the New Engine again. Yeah, this is my favourite Series 9 release. And then The Spirit of Sodor. I didn't watch this one as much, but I still think I watched it more than those 2. There was some on here that I liked. I used to really like Skarloey the Brave and Henry and the Flagpole. I don't like Skarloey the Brave now. I mean, that really is people's problems with the old bridge. Really is absolutely terrible in Skarloey the Brave. Then we've got Carnival Capers. This was my brother's DVD, and I've therefore never watched it ever. He was just like, I think he told my nan that she could get rid of it, and I was like, no, I'll have it. I have loads of Thomas DVDs at home, so I'll have it. I've never watched it. I have watched some of these episodes. I haven't watched all of the what are they called? The post classic era, the hit model era. I haven't watched all of them. I've watched most of them, but then we've got songs from Sodor, which I think are like pretty much all of the songs from series 8 to 10. And there's like some from Calling All Engines and stuff. I used to watch this one a fair bit. And then this next one, Engines and Escapades. This was the only brand new stories release from Series 11, and every single episode on here, all 6 of them, are narrow gauge episodes. Needless to say, I loved this DVD, and I have a lot of nostalgia for it. These are pretty much my favourite episodes from the Series 8 to 12 era of the show. Cool Trucking's Dingaling, Wash Behind Your Buffers, and Sandal in Charge. I never really liked Duncan Does It All, if I'm being honest, and Skarloey Storms Through. Never really liked that one, but Sandal in Charge, a lot of people don't like it, but I do. And then the last one, before I have to get all the other DVDs out, is Heave Ho, which was the only Series 12 brand new stories DVD. I used to watch this one a bit. But I remember that by the time I got this one, Series 13 had already come out, and my brother loved Series 13 because he had all the DVDs, which I'll show you in a second. But I always preferred this one because it had narrow gauge episodes on it. Put that back in there. So yeah, that's the first lot of my DVDs. I'll go and get the other ones now. Okay, so the next few DVDs that I have here, I'm just going to say the names of because I don't have anything to say about them because these were my brother's. So from Series 13, we've got Creaky Cranky, Splish, Splash, Splosh, and that DVD is horrendously damaged. The Lion of Sodor, and then from Series 14, we have Pop Goes Thomas. There's also a Series 15 brand new stories DVD that I think is called something like Engines to the Rescue or something, but I couldn't find it. So then we have this. I picked this up from Poundland, which is a chain of stores here in the UK, and I was like, oh, they sell Thomas DVDs in Poundland now. So yeah, these are the treat-sized DVDs, and I just got this one because this was before I had the complete series, and there were like, I think at the time, the only episodes on here that I'd seen were Dirty Work and Thomas Comes to Breakfast. So yeah, I got this. And then we've got, and that's just a collection of series 2 episodes. Then we've got my original copy of the complete series 6. And this is interesting because if you pause it there, you'll be able to see that some of these have got older titles that were never ended up being used. So Jack Goes to Work, that became Jack Jumps In. There's one of them, Trouble for Thomas, that became Only Snow, It's Only Snow, and Bill and Ben's Excellent Adventure became Buffer Bother. But yeah, that's my original Series 6. Christmas Express, this came with a wooden railway Douglas, I think. This was my brother's, and this just has a collection of episodes from Series 8, 9 and 10, I think. It's a slim case. And then we have the 65th anniversary, the Best of Thomas. They also did the Best of Percy and the Best of James, but I was only interested in about, I was only interested in some of the episodes because some of them were from the classic era, and then I think there were like only 2 episodes that are actually from the CGI era. Yet all of the marketing, of course, was it's CGI Thomas, but no, there was barely any CGI episodes on here. And then we've got the movies, Thomas and the Magic Railroad. Yeah, it's kind of bad, isn't it? I know a lot of people have nostalgia for it. I used to think it was okay. I still do think it's okay, really, but like, it pretty much killed Thomas. It pretty much is what caused the downfall. Calling All Engines, it's okay. Great Discovery, definitely the best model era movie, special, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, this was pretty good. I quite like the Great Discovery. Hero of the Rails, pretty good. It's pretty good. I don't know what it is about it, but it's okay. Misty Island Rescue, used to absolutely love this. I still don't think it's as bad as some people say, but it's not as good as I remember it being. And I've got a Day of the Diesels Blu-ray, which also has the disc. And I think Day of the Diesels is quite underrated. I know a lot of people don't like it, but I do. And then the best hit entertainment era movie, from Calling All Engines to this one, is Blue Mountain Mystery. Won't take a genius to figure out one of the reasons why I like this one, but yeah, quite good. And then we have Tale of the Brave. I wasn't going to get this one, but then it was like a 5 for a special offer or something, and I was I'll get Tale of the Brave. I've heard some people say it's pretty good. I really enjoyed it. And then, but that's all of my. Actually, it's not. I'll just show you these before we get into the tapes, the VHSs. So this is the hit favourites, Thomas and Friends, 2 fantastic episodes, Daily Mirror thing DVD that was given away in the newspaper and at Woolworths. And this has the last 2 episodes of Jack and the Pack on it, as well as some Series 7 songs. Then we've got this, which is a copy of The Chocolate. Yeah, of course, this is The Chocolate Crunch. I'm guessing that this was made either so I could watch it, because I had The Chocolate Crunch at one set of grandparents. This was either made so I could watch it at home or at the other set of grandparents. And then, okay, so I won't. So here are my tapes. So we've got Trust Thomas and Other Stories, and this is an original release with the early. That's falling over. Let me just save that. With the early Michael Angelis narration on it, which is nice. And yep, you can see the episodes on the back. And I've got, not that one, it's this one. I've also got a DVD of that, just in case the VHS breaks. And same with this one. The New Adventures of Thomas the Tank Engine, Thomas and Stepney. This was my favourite, still is my favourite of the videos that I own. Series 4 episodes, very good. And I also have a DVD copy of that, and I will get round to making a DVD copy of this one at some point. I haven't yet. Happy Holidays, this is from Series 5. I used to like this one because it had some songs on it, you can see there. But yeah, so those are all of my Thomas home media releases, except for that one Series 15 video, the DVD that I couldn't find. You've been watching Can You See Fish? Thank you all for watching, and until next time, goodbye.